Good afternoon, boys and girls. What a beautiful spring day it is today. That's why we're talking about seeds and plants and flowers. So today is a perfect day to do some science investigation. So I want you to go and look out your window or go outside and check out some more of what's growing for springtime. I want you to make some hypotheses. I want you to look at everything and say, what is that going to become? How did that get there? What's going to grow next? Lots of questions that you can ask to learn about science and springtime. So I hope you had a chance to check out my video about how to make a starter garden for yourself in your backyard using recycled materials. You also could take a pot and put some flower seeds in there. If you haven't had a chance to do that yet, today's a perfect day to try it. So I want to show you some nonfiction books, which means these are details about flowers and seeds. Did you know that a tree is a plant? It started from a very small seed. It's just a really, really, really big plant. This one, How to Grow a Seed. And this one talks about how to grow seeds in eggshells. It uses bean seeds. Bean seeds are great to use because they grow very quickly and they're fun to watch. The parts of a plant: the seed, the roots, the leaves, and the flower. You got some pages at home to work on so you can put together the parts of a plant. What happens above the ground and under the ground? This book is called Up and Down, and it tells you all the different things that happen above and below the ground that help plants grow. Some of our fiction books, which are make-believe but have to do with facts. Eric Carle's The Tiny Seed is a good one. This book is about a flower garden in a place that you might not expect to see one. It's a good story. That one I recorded for you, and it's on YouTube. Fran's Flower I also read to you. It's also on YouTube. It's about a little girl who tries to feed a plant and what happens when she feeds it pizza. And this one is called 5 Tough and Tiny Seeds. And I'm going to read this one to you right now. I want you to look to see how the seeds are different. There's 5 seeds there. There's a very tiny one, there's a very big one, a round one, a tall skinny one, ovals with prickles on it. So they're all very different. What happens to them? Let's find out. 5 tough and tiny seeds sat on a slender reed, waiting for springtime winds to blow. Whoosh, whoosh. Off it goes. One landed on the ground, sniffed by a happy hound. Then there were 4 tough, tiny seeds. 4 tough, tiny seeds sat on a slender reed, waiting for the springtime winds to blow. Whoosh, whoosh. There goes the prickly one. One landed near a lake, beside a wriggly snake. Then there were 3 tough, tiny seeds. 3 tough, tiny seeds sat on a slender reed, waiting for the springtime winds to blow. Whoosh, whoosh. There it goes. That fuzzy top helps him blow in the wind. One landed near a tree, buzzed by a bumblebee. Then there were 2 tough, tiny seeds. 2 tough, tiny seeds sat on a slender reed, waiting for springtime winds to blow. Whoosh, whoosh. One landed on a road next to a slimy toad. Then there was 1 tough, tiny seed. 1 tough, tiny seed sat on a slender reed, waiting for springtime winds to blow. Whoosh, whoosh. It landed on a rock, close to a watchful hawk. then there were no tough, tiny seeds. 5 tough, tiny seeds blown from a slender reed. Raindrops are falling from the sky. Drip, drop. With the bright and warmer days, now comes the month of May. Now it's time for seeds to grow. That's what they're doing now. Get ready to grow. 5 seeds begin to sprout just as the sun comes out. How are these the same? They all found some dirt. Each seed found some dirt to get into. Each seed is growing roots first. And now they'll start to sprout. The rain and the sun. What will they all turn out to be? Growing taller by the hour, each one a different flower. Rose, dandelion, sunflower, wild carrot, cosmos. That's what became of 5 tough, tiny seeds. The end. Now, because springtime, I chose a religion page that had to do with spring and growing. So at home, you got your religion page that looks like this. Okay? It is, Jesus tells a story about a tree. I'm going to read you the story on the back. Can you see that? Okay, great. Jesus liked to tell stories so people would understand. We called those parables. His message about God, he tells in these stories. One day, he told a story about a tree. This is his story. An old man planted a fig tree and asked a younger man to take care of it. Whenever the old man would come to see the fruit, there was none. After 3 years, the man said, "Cut it down, it's no good." But the young man who was taking care of the tree said, "Let's keep it 1 more year, and I'll give it some water, and some light, and some food. Then maybe it will give you some figs. If not, then I will cut it down." Jesus tells this story about the fig tree and about how the man took very good care of it. So the fig tree represents us. We are like the fig tree. And the man taking care of the fig tree is God. God doesn't ever give up on us. No matter what happens, no matter how long it takes us to get there, God will always be there with us, feeding us and taking care of us, just like the man took care of the tree. And the fruit grew, and there were figs. And you will keep growing. And God will be there with you. So you had a fig tree to color in your figs. How many figs are you going to put on your fig tree? You can use markers or crayons or cut some paper out. Figs are purple or dark blue. You can put them all on your tree. And I hope you enjoy doing this activity. You continue to grow, and I continue to grow. In our springtime, everything is growing. Until next time, bye-bye.